A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today is the first lesson, and we are going to ask questions. You know, everything is supposed to have a foundation. If you have weak foundation, you cannot function in this society. If you build a building, for the building you need to have a foundation. For your faith, you need to have foundation. So now this is the question which create a foundation for us. Few of the lecture would be based on the faith, and then of course we are going to talk about different other issues. But the question is how the universe was created. So this is something that a logical person is supposed to ask, because the universe is surrounding us. So now there are so many different theories. I'm not going to mention the name of those people that they come up with these theories, because it's going to be overwhelming. But I'm going to summarize their main idea about the universe. So the first understanding of the universe is that the universe was created by itself. I mean, logically you cannot think that something so huge would be just by coincidence. For example, look at this remote. For a logical person, the remote was created by a human being. Someone who is not logical, they would think that the remote was created by itself. If someone come up with the idea that the universe was created by itself, it's completely illogical. You cannot accept that, because logic says that the universe cannot create itself. So it goes completely against the logic. Number two, some people believe, the scientists, that the universe is eternal, it's forever. It has been always like that. The logic indicates, and also the evidence indicate that it's not the case. Because we see so many things that's happening around us and they die. For example, stars. All these stars that we see, some of these stars, they already died. We just see the light which is coming towards us. Everything which has beginning, it has end. We know that the universe is going to come to the ultimate ending one day. The sun, the moon, all these galaxies, they are going to finish one day. Because the universe, scientists now they discover that the universe is expanding. So the expansion of the universe gave us the idea that the universe is going to end. So this is also rejected. Logic rejects this, that the universe is forever. It's not forever. Human beings are not forever. We know so many people. Our uncle recently died. We all gonna die. So anything you see around, they're gonna die. They're gonna finish one day. So this is also rejected, the second idea. The third idea, the universe comes from nothingness. Nothingness, for example, you know, logic says you have to have something in order to create something out of it. Look at this again. This has been created by something else. There should be something else in order to generate or create something else out of it. You cannot create something out of nothing. It's impossible. If someone argued that, listen, the universe was created out of nothing, it's so childish. You cannot believe, your mind would not accept that, because human experience says that you cannot create something out of nothing. It's impossible for someone to do that. So this is also rejected. This is number 4, Big Bang. It's a theory, Big Bang. It's like explosion, huge explosion. Now scientists, some of the scientists actually, they believe that this is the case, that the universe starts from a small area. All those gases came together and then it exploded. And because of that explosion, we see all these stars, galaxy around us. It starts from from singularity, it becomes so expanded. And now it's still expanding. This theory is almost accepted among the scientists. But from Islamic perspective, we cannot accept that because they believe that it just happened. So now, why cannot we accept this Big Bang theory? Because if you accept that the universe just, because of explosion, again, first of all, it goes against the logic. For example, if something explodes here, do you think it's going to create some machinery? It's going to create BMW, it's going to create, car, it's going to create factory? No, it's going to destroy things. Explosion doesn't bring order. Explosion brings chaos. So this theory, however, it's accepted. So the moment you get the creator out of this theory and you just believe it happens like that and there's no creator, this becomes problematic. The reason it becomes problematic because you know that the explosion never create order. We know that the universe has order. The day, the night, the moon, the clouds, the rain, summer, winter, all these seasons, they are in order. So you cannot assume that it's because of a huge explosion, that's why it happens. So you cannot argue that it's because of the explosion. Number 5, design requires designer. So this is something that we have to focus on more. Design requires designer. Any logical person, the moment they see this remote or the camera or the board, it's a design. So a design requires designer. Someone has to create this board. Someone has to create this. So the moment you see design around you, automatically logic says that need to be designed by someone. For example, the chair that you guys are sitting. That chair is designed. The carpet, look at all these carpets. Everything has design around us in the universe. So the logic says that design requires designer, and it's also mentioned in the Quran. We know that in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create everything in order. And for example, there's a verse. It says it's in Arabic, "Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadarin." It's in Surah Qamar. It says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed, He created everything with measurement, precise measurement. So we know that the universe that surrounding us, they are created by the measurement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything that you see, including yourself. Look at the nail fingers, right? Look at your eyes, look at your nose, look at your mouth. Everything is designed. People who are artists, they know that everything you see around you in nature or on yourself or in universe, they have somehow design. So who is the designer? Allah is the designer. This is logical. If someone say, you know what, I do not accept the design, that person is going against the logic, against all this evidence that are surrounding us. So this is the most important point that we have to remember, that every design is supposed to have a designer. If you're completely out of your mind, you would argue otherwise. But if you have a little bit brain, you would believe that every design has a designer, and the designer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So number 6, what's the difference between bada'a and khalaqa? These are the words in the Quran. Bada'a means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the originator. He originates things from nothing. He is the one who can create things from nothing. And khalaqa means that Allah is also creating things from things, and He also creates things from nothing. So this is the power of Allah. And also He named Himself after these two attributes. He named Himself Al-Khaliq Al-Bari. Al-Khaliq means the person who creates. The person who creates, and if he wants, he can continuously create. And Al-Bari means the person or the power or the supreme who creates things from nothing. So Al-Khaliq can be a person, can create things, but they can create things from things that already exist. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create things from things that it didn't even exist to begin with. So number 8, we know that human knowledge is very limited. Some of the scientists in the past, they came and they argued that the universe go around the sun. The sun is the center of the universe. Later on, some other scientists, they say, you know what, this is not the truth. And some of the scientists, they came with the idea that the world that we live, it's flat. But now scientists say it's not flat. So some of these scientists, because our knowledge is very limited, we do not know much. We do not know even about our own self. We don't know how this heart keeps cleaning the blood. It goes for example, the dream. We dream. We don't know why we dream. Sometimes we witness our own dream. Isn't it strange? It's very strange if you think about it. We dream. Not, we are just dreaming. We are witnessing our dream. Sometimes we dream colorful. We see things. Not black and white, but we see it in color. So all these things shows that our knowledge is very limited. We know very little, even about ourselves. We know about our dream, but a little bit. There's so many doctors focusing in each part of a human body. Doctor for the eye, doctor for the heart, doctor for the skin, doctor for the air, doctor for the nose, doctor for the throat. There's so many doctors. All these doctors, they are just focusing on one human being. So it gives you indication, idea that our knowledge is so limited. Allah is powerful and He is knowledgeable. We know less. So now Allah knows what's hidden, Allah knows what's obvious. And number 10, this is in Surah Hadid, هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. Allah is obvious. That means you cannot see Allah, but you can see the evidence of Allah's existence. Allah exists. So when you see the moon, when you see yourself, when you see animals, when you see the nature, all these are indication that they have creator who created all of them. And Allah is hidden. You cannot see Allah now, but when you die, in the hereafter, you will see Allah. And He's awal and He's akhir. What's that mean? He's awal, that means He is the one that no one has been before Him. And He is going to be the last. No one is gonna last after Him. So He is the beginning and He is the end. So this is a foundation that gives us understanding how this universe was created. So everything that we see, it was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is just a summary of how the universe was created. It was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's going to come to an end. If you guys have any question, great. If not, then I would leave the floor for you guys to give me at least summary of this. Any question?
I have a question. Can you re-explain 6 and 7? Like I'm confused on the two.
These two?
No, the top.
6 and 7?
Yeah.
So this is bada'a. Bada'a means it's a verb. In English, we also have verb and we also have noun. Bada'a means originated.
Okay.
Khalaqa means created. It's past. Both of them are past. So these words has been used in the Quran so many times. I think bada'a has been used 13 times. Khalaqa has been used more than 100 times in the Quran. So this is the past form of the verb. It can also take the present form. For example, khalaqa would be yakhluqu. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used these two verbs in relation to Himself, that He is the originator. He originates things from nothing, and also He is the creator. He can create. He has created in the past and He is able to create. And from these two verbs, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named Himself. Al-Khaliq, the one who creates. Al-Bari, the one who originates. So these are basically, these terms are in the Quran.
Got it.
Any question? That's it? Okay.